And taking my afternoon ride to take a break. Took a walk too, so for those of you that are following me as far as if I'm walking, I'm still doing good on my walking and exercise and trying to eat right and all that good stuff. But yeah, I wanted to just do a quick little scope. Figure it's a good place for me to take a break for the day and catch up with you guys. The hearts are looking good too, so keep them babies rolling. Charles just shared it. I really appreciate the shares. Rico from Virginia. What's going on, Rico? Thank you for the share there on Twitter. Yeah, appreciate it. And Jason from Atlanta. What's going on, Jason? What up, Dan Dub? Dan Dub, haven't seen you in a while. At least here. I've seen you in the class. Nia from India. What's going on? Why do you only do scopes from the car, Scott? It's usually the time that I'm away. I've done them, excuse me, I've done a few in the house, and I've done a few on the porch. I've done a few on a walk, wherever I find that I can. And usually this is the best time because I'm in a parking lot and I've either stopped to go in somewhere or I've gotten a coffee and we kind of just hang out. And it's kind of my routine. And why only 1:30 at night? Well, it's actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time for me. So maybe I'll have to do one at 3 o'clock in the morning and see who I get at that time. Bosnia, wow. Sylvester from Virginia, what's up, bro? Tony, what's up? It's 1:30 in India. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, all right, guys, really quickly, I did a scope yesterday. I did a podcast yesterday, and I just interrupted podcast 124. Philly in the house. What's up, Philly? What's up, Scott? Scott. Hey, guys. Yeah, so today, again, this has to do with life, but it has to do with business. It has to do with everything. And, you know, I think by myself posting the scope I did yesterday, which talked about the episode that aired on Monday, which was all about my story and how I kind of came about telling my story. I was actually interviewed by Grant Baldwin of How Did You Do That? And that's a podcast. And when I was being interviewed by him, I was just constantly pulling stuff up that I forgot about. And it kind of then made me realize everything that I've done kind of has had a way that it's moved me through this journey, going all the way back from when I was 20 years old. I mean, heck, you can go back to when you were a teenager. John, what's up? So really what I want for you is to really do that. Go through your past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is, and map out, even if it's just on paper, map out everything that you've kind of done in life, whether you've gotten a job, you met someone at that job. From there, they introduced you to your wife or your husband. From there, led you to meet someone else that got you a job interview. And then you got that job interview. You did that job for a little while. Then you decided to start a little side business selling stuff on eBay. And then from there, you learned how to sell on eBay. So then you started to think about selling online. Whatever it is, right? It's important to look at where you came from and what you've done. You're going to see that you've had some successful times. You just may have forgotten about them. You know, I mean, I look back, I forgot about like the time my wife and we were struggling financially a little bit, and we wanted to make a little extra money to send our kids to a private school, which we didn't have at the time. So we started selling stuff on eBay, and we sold these little wooden cedar bridges, and we did that, and it earned us enough money to put our kids through private school for that year. So it's like I forgot about that, and that actually taught me about selling stuff on eBay, which then led me into thinking about selling stuff online. I mean, and it just goes on and on and on. And if you can look back at some of the decisions that you made, whether they're good or bad, it will help you realize that the same things are going to happen before. Yeah, reflection, exactly. Journaling is a great thing, exactly. Journaling. Yeah, automotive consultant, 3 products on Amazon, working on my 4th, hitting Amazon 2-3 weeks. Okay, cool. Yeah, journaling is huge. So yeah, it's just about writing down and then looking back. I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, gosh, last year at this time, I didn't have a podcast. I barely was just starting Amazon. And before that, a year before that, I never even thought about selling on Amazon. And here we are, right? And then before that, I was, doing my photography stuff, What is journaling? Journaling is basically having a notebook and writing down every single day what you're doing, right? There's different forms of journaling, but really just reflecting on or just looking at what you want to get done that day or what you want to accomplish that day. And then at the end of it, you would then say what you've actually accomplished. It's like creating a timeline of your life. Exactly. And it's so important to do that because there's things along the way that are going to teach you, and then it's going to allow you to continue to grow. And it's just so important. And, I was thinking about this scope today. I'm like, should I just weave in an Amazon tip or something, or should I put something out there that to me could make you see that when you get that, yes, JLD Freedom Journal, we're going to be talking about that. Absolutely. But are we going to make a decision tomorrow and then that's going to affect what we do moving forward? It definitely, is going to be like that. It's also going to make you think like, yes, I'm feeling nervous about this, or, yeah, I'm thinking I should do this, this, and this, but maybe I should do this because this is going to impact me the most right now, and that's really what I want. I really want everyone that's watching this, whether it's on the replay, whether you're, tuning in for the very first time and you don't know who the heck I am, if all you do is get that one thing from me right now, you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? I want you to just take a little while, an hour, grab a cup of coffee, a tea, whatever you drink, and sit down and start reflecting back on what your life has been like, through the good and the bad. And you're going to see this windy path that got you to where you are. And there's going to be some highlights. There's going to be some lows. See why it was a highlight. See why it was a low. So I think it's really important for us to do that. And I want to share that with you because I've just recently done that because of the podcast, right? It forced me to dig in a little bit deeper. And because of that, it's made me realize that, man, I've really accomplished a lot. And now I'm taking it to the next level where I'm able to forget Amazon for a minute. I'm able to influence and help more people. And that's really what I want to do here. That's my mission, my ultimate mission in life, really, outside of my family, of course, is to just help people. And I mean, you've heard that before. The more people you help, the more that you'll receive. And it's so true. I do believe in that. And I don't mean receive in just money. I mean in just wealth of life, right? Like feeling good, leaving a legacy, that type of stuff is pretty important to me. So, I'm ranting and I'm rambling and I get it, but, I just wanted to put that out there and say that, yeah, you may see me doing the podcast. You may see me doing my Amazon stuff. You may hear me talking about, my photography stuff, and that's all business type stuff. But in the end, that business type stuff is also allowing me to teach lessons, which then is also allowing me to change other people's lives. Whether you do Amazon or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is you do something so this way here you can create the life that you want to live. That's really ultimately what it is. Because honestly, if you're thinking about this, and this is kind of harsh, but if you're thinking about it on your deathbed, what is something that I'm going to want to be remembered for, or what is the one thing that I'm going to miss? Obviously for me, it's my family. I'm not going to care about what money I earned. The money is going to give me the freedom to be with my family and create memories that I'm going to have forever. That's really what it is for me. But again, everyone is different. Maybe you're going after the million so you can say that I won that trophy. That's fine. But ultimately, I just got a phone call and I just went ahead and had to kill it. So I apologize. So anyway, yeah. So my little discussion here, my little talk here is your homework. You guys got some homework for me. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I didn't lose you guys. Go ahead and definitely write down everything that you've done in the past, whatever time frame you want to give yourself. Give yourself some time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I went back 23 years. And I went ahead and I looked at my journey, right? And that's what I would love for you to do. Do that. Anyone that's on here right now, I'm going to do another scope in the next couple of days, and I'll remind you about that. And I want you to let me know if you actually did it and how it was. How did it feel? What service are you using? AT&T. But yeah, so if you guys are watching this on the replay, that goes for you as well. You know, if you're watching this on a replay, if you're watching this live, you're not on the replay. But if you're watching this on a replay, do this exercise. Do it for me. Do it for you. And you'll be surprised at what you've accomplished. And it's going to give you then the courage and the strength to do whatever you want to do in business, so that way you can create your freedom. That's what it's about, right? I mean, it's about being able to do what I just did. I left my house after I just was podcasting for 3 hours, took a break, got a coffee, taking a breather, and here we are, right? I'm talking to you guys because it's what I like doing. You know, it's like I enjoy doing this. Cool. So you accept your mission. Cool. That's awesome. So do me a favor, share this with anyone that you think that would benefit from this, that you think that would, get something from this, this particular stuff. You know, I mean, the Periscope thing is great. It's a way for me to communicate with you, which is awesome. And a lot of people on the podcast aren't even here yet, which is crazy, right? I mean, this is just a great platform to be able to connect with people like you and me. And I always talk about having that cup of coffee with all of my, all of my listeners. Like, I would love to sit down and just have that cup of coffee, like I did in Texas. Like, we had over 40 of our listeners there. And here we are. I'm in my car, parked, by the way. I have a cup of coffee. It says Joy, Happy Holidays, and we're having a cup of coffee together as we sit here. So, I mean, what better times, right? I mean, so keep following me if you want more talks like this, more rants, and share this. That's all I ask of you. Just share this, and we can work together. We can surround ourselves with like-minded people. I do believe that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. So definitely surround yourself with good people. Definitely. Where's the Bulletproof Coffee? That's funny. I actually I had a cup this morning, very first thing. I'm doing that first thing in the morning because I'm hearing that the actual butter in it actually has an effect on your mind, on your brain to focus. And I got to be honest, I do feel a little jacked up more. I know that's hard to imagine. Scott, you can actually get more fired up? Yeah, grass-fed cow butter. Yep, exactly. And actually, you know what I did this morning? I sprinkled a little cinnamon in it to give it a little bit of a cinnamony taste. Yeah, 3 cups of coffee down there. Yeah. So yeah, I did. I had a cup of that this morning, and it was good. What is Bulletproof Coffee thing? The butter in the coffee thing? Yeah, that's it. It's just called Bulletproof because the Bulletproof, they kind of trademarked it, and they actually created their own coffee beans. I just did some basic coffee beans this morning with a little bit of grass-fed cow butter, and then a little bit of cinnamon on it, and blended it up in the blender and had a little froth on it. It was amazing. So, yeah. So, all right, guys, I got to run. It's after 3 o'clock. My daughter is going to be getting home soon. I always look forward to her coming home and getting that daddy hug. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a couple more things I got to button up in the office, and then I am going to call it a night. Yeah, coffee girl. Neat. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So, guys, tap it up if you're watching. If you're watching on the replay, tap it up. I'll be back soon. I'm labeling 3,000 units in my garage. Awesome. That is great. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it was funny. I posted a picture of myself in my garage, and I had a bunch of people on the Facebook group say, we're going to start calling these garages. So they're like, like how you take the phone and you do selfies. They're going to be called garages. Yeah, awesome. I will have a great day, Denise. Thank you for hanging out and stopping by. Have an awesome day. And do that exercise too, by the way. Yep. Later, guys. We'll talk to you later. Again, share this by swiping on the screen up or to the side. Make sure you follow me, and we'll talk to you soon. I wish the best for you, and talk to you later. Peace. Love you. Take care.